Okay, I think I am on this thing. Hey guys, it is KJM and I'm just doing like my weekly check-in live, and I'm actually doing it later than I probably should be doing it. Um I really want to welcome those of you that are able to tune in to today's live. I know it's happening like around 4 p.m. ish Eastern, and I'm hoping that I can connect with some of our international sisters where it's like where they're able to catch my lives where usually maybe early in the morning they're not. Um, I think I am live. Okay, let me not spend a lot of time on that. So I'm just gonna assume, okay, I see some people joining, so I'm on here. All right, so I just wanted to share like a quick message. And yes, I am dark for a few days. I have some things I need to take care of. And so unfortunately, the blue hair is probably not going to be the thing right now. And I'm in my bed because sometimes I feel better just talking to you guys from my bed. But I wanted to share a message. So the retrograde, I think, ended today. And for those of people who don't believe in the retrograde, that's fine. But I definitely believe in those things because even in the Bible, you'll see hints of astrology. You'll see certain numbers that match up with astronomy and astrology. But we're not even going to get into that. It took me, and we're going to do a little flashback. It took me till October, first week of October 2022, to realize that 2022 had not been my friend. Starting in June, I think the universe started handing me my ass, but I really didn't notice until the first week of October that I needed to make some major changes in my life. Whether you're religious or not, you know, there's always a phrase that God makes you really uncomfortable when you need to actually change your life. So I've been in a space where I've been extremely uncomfortable. Now, and I've shared this message with some of the young people that I know. There have been times in my life about 10 years ago where I entered a period of uncomfortability. I'd say from 2009, I had come out of graduate school at the height of the recession into maybe mid 2013. I went through a very tough time. A lot of bad things happened to me. I had no health insurance and dental. So shout out to Planned Parenthood, because a lot of people talk smack, but they really will let you come in there for those annual visits when you have no money, no insurance, no job. There's a lot more that they do than abortion resources. So I don't know why people don't point out that they really serve an underserved population, but that's just my plug right there. Anyway, so that period of 2009 into mid 2013 was a huge period of darkness. And today I was reflecting on how that period prepared me to lead a lot of people into light. Now, I'm not God. I'm not God. I'm just like you, right? But what happened is I got my ass handed to me during that period so hard that when I stepped out of that period and things started to get better with me, I would meet people that went through something similarly, that were similarly situated, whether it was financially in their personal life. And I was able to say, sister or brother, guess what? I experienced some of that, even though some of the things that you're experiencing is unique to your life, because we got to remember to have empathy. I experienced some of that and I'm still standing. So what I want to tell you right now, if you're unhoused, if you're unemployed, if you're going through a divorce or a breakup, if you are going through some serious things, I actually want to let you know that there is life after. And if you think about it, because I actually had a younger friend recently ask me, you know, have I been through a period of darkness before? And I was like, yeah, I feel like I go through it maybe every 10 years. There's a big change. And she said, is it the same like it was 10 years ago? No. As you get older, every period of growth and uncomfortability is going to feel different. How you manage it is going to feel different. When I was younger, I felt like kind of invincible. So whatever I go through, it was like it's me against the world. I think as you get older and you have more to lose, when you're in those periods of darkness, it can really suck you in. So I know that there's a sister on here that's on my following list, and I follow her too. I know she's currently unhoused, and I don't know if she makes candles. I'm not sure what type of business she's in, but I want to say to her, I also follow the beautiful black young lady that's a black nomad that's gone wrong, that a lot of people were oh, this thing is telling me to encourage your viewers to share your live and invite more friends. Okay, y'all share my live and invite more friends because I got some tips, okay? Yes, I'm coming from my bedroom. Yes, this hair looks like it needs some more brushing, but I'm letting y'all know what's going on. But anyway, so I follow a couple people right now. No, being older doesn't make me more experienced in life, but going through some dark periods every 10 years makes me more experienced in my life. So I am not actually saying because I'm older, I'm more experienced. What I'm doing is passing on some gems. You can actually write down some of the gems, or you can just say it's just an older person and she's just saying what she says. But anyway, for the people who are unhoused, no matter what your age group is, unemployed, going through a divorce, January and February are huge divorce months where people are filing for divorce. This is like my third or fourth live, and it's telling me to do all these weird things, so I'm sorry. I'm trying to follow all its instructions. If you're going through all of those things right now, remember that your darkness can lead other people into light. So, Yusuf, I'm actually talking to you. So even though you're younger, something you go through, a dark period you may go through may lead someone into life. So I'm not saying because I'm of a mature age that I'm more experienced than you. Perhaps whatever your darkness is, you're going to lead a different group of people that are going to hear you. I hope that makes you feel better. So this is about sharing our experiences. So I am now in a period of darkness, and I didn't realize I've really been in that period since June 2022. Sometimes life will hand you your ass, and it'll take something really big for you to realize it's been handing you your ass and you haven't been paying attention. And so that's where I was. So I'm in this period of darkness, and today, before I got in the shower, I actually reflected on the fact that 10 years ago, I ended another period of darkness from 2009 to mid-2013. At the height of the recession, fresh out of graduate school, didn't have a job, had all these bad things happen, no health insurance, no dental, no man. I was a full-blown country western song. Yes, I was. But one of the things that it taught me is after that time period, in that 10-year span, or almost that 10-year span, I've led a lot of people, given a lot of gems to people, whether they were friends or strangers, that sometimes when you get so close to the darkness and you get so close to, some days I feel like I'm going insane, you get so close to that insanity, but when you pull back and you survive it, you are going to say, I survived that thing and I am still standing and I can do it. But also remember that when you survive that thing and you get on the other side, you, no matter your age, can be a blessing to someone. Okay? Because you can say, I danced on the edge of that cliff. And whether you believe in God, Buddha, whoever, or if it's even the trees, baby, for me, it's God. I can literally say, God pulled me back and he saved me. And what he did is when he saved me, and this is not a religious thing, but I am a Christian. When he saved me, I was able to lead a lot of people and say, sis, if you lost your home, if you lost your man or your woman, if you weren't able to have a baby, I was actually able to say, hang on, there's light at the end of the dark tunnel. Now that's harder to say to someone who's definitely clinical and suffering from a mental illness. That's so we're not even talking about that. We are talking about when you are situationally depressed. When you're situational, and let me tell you, I've been having my ass handed to me, and I am a Gemini, and we're very indecisive at some points, and we don't like to ask people for help. Baby, I forgot what hip hop song it was, but closed mouths don't get fed on the boulevard. And that's where I've been. I've had to ask just a small group of friends and family to support me in different ways, whether it's financially, emotionally. And let me tell you, it's been such a humbling situation. I hate asking people for help. But this is why I wanted to quickly do this live today, to tell you guys that your darkness can bring others to light. But here's the first thing you got to do, is you got to get to the other side. And when you get to this, because I don't care what nobody says, if you've never struggled in an area in life, you cannot lead people. Just because you are successful Baby, call me when you lose a lot of things or you lose something important to you and you get it together. And for those of you who are creators, it's in that struggle. I really believe when I get out of this time period, if I'm still standing, which I believe I will be victorious, I think when I get out of this time period, I'm going to have so much material to share with you guys. Because there's a lot I want to say, but I also want to keep some things private until things really start panning out. But I've been trying to manifest. I've been opening up my mouth. And yes, some people in your circle will not want to hear your struggle. They will not want to support you. They're going to tell you, get some therapy. And I'm not saying some of us don't need that. But let me tell you something. A small community of people that are even willing to pick up their phone and even willing to listen is going to do a lot. Okay? It's going to do a lot. It's going to let you know you are not alone. So I am speaking to those that are in the darkness with me. The retrograde is over. We got to deal with the shadow period. And please, Lord, I hope it was better. Because yesterday I almost flipped my wig. I almost lost it, baby. Because I had so many bad things happen to me in a 24-hour span. You know, if I was a drinker, I would have been drunk. But I know some people are doing dry January. I only drink on special occasions, so I haven't had a cocktail since September. But yesterday, I deserved a whole bottle of wine, okay? Along with a dessert. Now, if you are someone that you are not in a period of darkness, but you are in a period of light and you're also a creator, here's a tip for you. You don't have to bear your entire soul on here, but perhaps you should at least let people know what you've been going through and how you crossed over. Now, I'm not giving no marketing tips or nothing like that because that's not even me. And I do believe when I cross over from this period of darkness, that's still not going to be me. The only thing I can tell you is I have danced on the edge of the cliff and I've survived. I have jumped into the ocean with no real swimming skills and I have survived. You can take that figuratively and you can take that literally because I've definitely done that. Because I always will say when I jump in, I still got my life jacket on. I'll say, God's not ready for me yet. And I'll just bank that that's true. So if you're in that period of darkness, instead of saying that nobody's trying to help you, open up your mouth, somebody will help. Instead of, even if you have people that are not willing to help and they just want to talk about you and talk about your situation and blast you on social media or whatever else folks are doing out there, remember that when you dangle on the end of that cliff, you may have a 10 or 20 year period where you're bringing light to people that are at the end of that cliff. How are you going to know what it's like to dangle at the end of that cliff if you've never been there? Now, I'm not telling nobody to go ahead and go out there and dangle on a real cliff. But what I'm literally saying is I'm in a period of darkness and I wanted this live to encourage you guys. Anybody that's able to see this, I'm so not good with the live. So I don't know if it's my buddies, if it's strangers. I have no idea who else is out there. But if you're at the end of that cliff, just try to stay positive. Try to manifest. Say something good to yourself every day. I don't care if you eat a dessert that makes you feel good. Be kind to yourself. And remember that if you take good care of yourself during this time period, you are going to be a blessing to someone. And I'm not saying you're going to be a prophet standing on the street and then, literally say to people like, I did this. That's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm literally trying to tell you guys is I just remembered that even though I'm still in a storm, I'm driving in that storm. I just know that on the end of it, I'm going to be able to be a blessing to people because I'm going to be able to say, I was there. It was hard. I cried. I broke down. I lost my ever-loving mind, but I am still standing, and I have faith you're going to be still standing too. So that's just my quick message. I'm not trying to go on a big old rant, and like I said, I don't even know how these lives work, but I just, decided that I wanted to share that. Okay, so this says some comments in the live were filtered to protect the community's experience. Okay, I hope y'all ain't out there spreading no negativity. But I want to thank you guys. One last thing, I got a notification that I can now have live subscribers. I haven't really figured that out yet, how to set that up for you guys. That kind of thing. But once I do know how to do that, my goal is really to try to go live once a week. But if I get a gem, I'm going to share that gem. And the gem is your darkness can lead other people into light. You may not be the next Martin Luther King. That's not even what that's about. What it's saying is even being unhoused, even your dog dying, even losing a spouse, all those things can be turned into something positive when you kind of work through it. And I'm still working through it. So I'm sharing this. I'm sharing this with y'all from the dark side. I'm not on the light side yet. But I do know that I've been there before. And I feel like every 10 years as you get older, the darkness feels different. It says, you know, KJM, you were equipped 10 years ago. You came out of the battle 10 years ago and you were standing. Now we're going to come at you with something different to try to knock you over. So if that's happening to you, I am there with you in spirit. And I really wish you nothing but light, love, and joy. Whatever joy means to you, whatever happiness means to you, whatever desired success that you would like. I have a friend, shout out to Tanisha, aka Yimmy Crafts. It's her birthday. And that was my message to my dear friend was, I wish you the kind of all the happiness that you desire, the success that you desire, because it's different for all of us. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. And I hope this wasn't too long. Like all my lives, I'm going to break them up on TikTok and repost them in case somebody missed them. Definitely share your thoughts with me. And like I said, I'm not saying because I'm of a mature age that I know everything. Actually, that's part of learning, is that as long as you're breathing, as long as you're still alive, you don't know everything. And I'm actually cool with that. Thank you for everyone who liked my live. Thank you for everyone who shared your comments. I love you guys and be well. It's KJM and I'm out.